Hi, I'm That Tattooed Reader, and I come to you with another library haul, of which it won't be the last. The first book up is This Girl's a Killer by Emma Wells. Cordelia loves three things: her hairdresser, her chosen family, and killing men who had it coming. By day she's a farmer rep, but by night she's a killer and is killing said men. But then her best friend starts dating someone who she thinks could fall into the category of not being a great guy, so she has to sort of figure that out and see what goes from there. Next we have Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Django Wexler, who is the author of How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying, which is the first in the series. So not so much going to give a synopsis on this one because I don't want to have any spoilers for the first one. The first one was very good and I really recommend that you read it. It's hilarious. She has to go on this journey to become the Dark Lord. It's kind of like a video game. Every time she tries to kill the Dark Lord, she dies and like resets at the same spot every time, and she's trying to break that cycle and figures, why not, join the winning side, apparently. But I highly recommend that one, and then hopefully this one will live up to it. Next up we have She's a Killer by Kristen McDougall. Alice is in her 30s, only communicates with her mother via Morse code, and her imaginary friend is back, which the summary doesn't really elaborate more on it, so I'm not sure how that comes into play. And then there's Erica, who's 15 and is the daughter of very wealthy parents. And in this world, there's a severe climate crisis where everyone is flocking to New Zealand, and land is getting stolen, food prices are being hiked up. And during this, Alice realizes she hates her friend's husband. She's also getting free wine and quitting her job, so she's got that going for her. As it says on the back, this book is a satirical dystopian cli-fi thriller you never knew you needed until now. So I'm very interested in this one. Next is Immaculate Conception by Ling Wang. This book is Enka meets a woman named Mathilda when they are both in art school. Enka works more blue-collar jobs, not so much dead-end jobs, but things of that nature, while Mathilda becomes super successful and almost famous. And when Mathilda starts to sort of drift away from Alice, she has to come up with an idea on how to keep her close. In this universe, there is a program called Scaffold that would allow you to inhabit someone else's mind, essentially. So in theory, Enka would be able to basically inhabit Mathilda, and she would gain access to her memories, her inspiration, and any and all traumas that she has had. And also, minor detail, they would be linked for life. Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang by Kylie Lee Baker. In this, Cora witnesses her sister getting pushed off a train platform and killed, and as the killer runs away, he screams, "Bat Eater." Murder, she starts to question reality and can't really tell what's real and what's not real, so there's sort of a potential for an unreliable narrator there. She is, doing her job in cleaning. Bat carcasses have been left at her jobs, and she's realizing that all of the victims in where she is cleaning are East Asian women. So really interested to see where this one goes and how they handle that situation. Next up is Julie Chan is Dead by Lian Zhang, which is the one I'm actually reading right now. It's about Julie, who finds her, and this takes place in the beginning of the book, so it's not a spoiler, finds her sister's dead body at her sister's place, calls the police and an ambulance, and in the course of that commotion, she takes the identity of her sister. Her sister is an influencer online, rich, influential, has a lot of friends or fake friends, and she starts to live her life and tries not to get caught. in the meantime. Next is My Friends by Frederick Bachman, who is actually one of my favorite authors. A Man Called Ove, The Man Called Ove by him was spectacular and got me really hooked on his writing. So in the present, there's this painting that's pretty famous, and in the background of the painting on the pier are three figures. Earlier, three teenagers find refuge from not great family homes on an abandoned pier, and from that emerges this painting. So this woman, Louisa, becomes the painting's guardian, and she wants to figure out the mystery of these three people on the pier. So she goes on a cross-country journey, road trip to try and figure it out. And that sounds really, I don't want to use the word interesting again because I keep using it, but that sounds really interesting of a premise, trying to track down who these people are in this book, and why they're sitting there and what their story is. So should be good. Next up is Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaghy. Inti and her twin sister Aggie are reintroducing wolves into the Scottish Highlands, which is going great until a farmer gets killed and the blame is put on the wolves. Protect the wolves from the people because they obviously want revenge. Unfortunately, due to the situation, in very ill timing, she starts to fall for the main suspect. So next we have this chonker, All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. In 1975, in a small town, girls are going missing. Patch saves the daughter of one of the missing girls, and she happens to be the daughter of a wealthy family. It's a missing persons mystery, a serial killer thriller, and a love story with a unique twist. So I don't know how it's gonna fill all of these pages. It is, I don't want to accidentally spoil myself. It's almost 600 pages, so that is that. And that is the last book for this haul. I will see you later.